Hello, everybody. What's going on? It's Jacob Doodle here, and we are going to be going over the entire Vancouver Canucks Seattle Kraken game. And it was, let's just say it was a very interesting game more than anything. It was a pretty up and down affair, I would say. But overall, I enjoyed it. I thought there was enough entertainment value compared to a lot of these preseason games. They're usually pretty big snoozers. So the fact that the first game was pretty decent when it comes to entertainment value, I think that's actually quite nice. So yeah, we're going to be going over. We're going to be doing a full recap of the show now. If you guys want to share this and let people know that I am live and you guys want to be a part of the show, just leave a comment right there. I'm gonna highlight it like that, and we'll be talking about it. And also, you'll be able to see your comments on the screen as well, which is kind of fun, and we can all get kind of enjoyed and just do this all together. So, by the way, I also went out and I just want to let people know that I'm live. And I just went out and I also had a pregame show also with my good friend Canucks News Summaries, and he joined us, and it was awesome. It was a blast. Also, finally, I would like to mention we are on trying to get 500 subscribers by the time the Canucks start the regular season. So if you guys want to subscribe, like, it really does help. We're a new channel, and let's get this stuff rolling. So the final score was 3-5 for the Seattle Kraken. They beat us. It was an interesting game more than anything, for sure. The first goal right off the bat, we had Victor Mancini. He went out. He had an absolute rocket. This was assisted by Coots, by the way, who also had a really good game, and we're going to be talking about him at length. But let me get to a couple comments here before we get this started here. We have from Hucho here. Baines does not look NHL ready. Would you like to see Ulrichsen get an opportunity to prove what he can do on that line? Baines doesn't have the confidence or the game awareness needed for that player profile. Baines is an interesting hockey player because earlier, like me and my man Corey there, we had a debate on his shot. But tonight, he's just odd, man. Like every time I say, oh, he has a good puck battle or he's along the boards and he does something well, he follows it up with kind of just skating around in no man's land. He's just a weird player, and he gives the puck away quite a bit too. But then you see flashes of brilliance, and you're like, oh, he can make it. I don't know. I thought he was okay this game, but he made a lot of passes that I just didn't like, and I think we can see better from Baines moving forward here for sure. Congrats on getting over 400 subs. Yes, it's absolutely amazing. We've been doing this channel now for 2.5 months, and we broke 400 subs. It's amazing. So thank you guys. It's all because of you guys. We're trying to hit 500s. Let's see if we can get that rolling. Scott Brooks here said, I thought the Canucks played well for an AHL squad for the most part. Yeah, we played well. We had a solid game. There were some defensive breakdowns for sure. And also we're going to talk about how amazing back checking Coots did too. Like, if you guys don't know, I'll give you guys my top 3 as well, and I'll get you guys' opinion on what you guys think your top 3 as well. So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, yeah, they played pretty well. Overall, they played pretty well, and I think for the most part, most people would be entertained throughout that game. I think it's pretty fair to say. And Coots very well could make the big club out of camp. I don't know if I'll go that far, but I'll get more into detail as this stream goes on, and as you guys let people know that we are live, and it's great that we're going to be doing this. But we're going to get into kind of the post-game show here when it comes to like some of the goals. So let's go over the stats here real quick. So right off the bat, Victor Mancini assisted from Coots and Sherwood. Mancini, one of the absolute best players for Vancouver tonight, not just offensively, but defensively. This is following up a really good camp, okay? So he's had a good camp overall. He had a good scrimmage game where he was flying across the central neutral part of the ice quite a bit there. And again, tonight, he showed up and he played again really well. I thought Mancini was real solid. He was skating well. He was dictating the play. I was impressed with the Mancini tonight. I think a lot of people were impressed with him. As for Coots, he got the primary assist, his first preseason Canucks assist. The regular season gonna tune in, see if he makes the team for that one. Give me 1 sec. Let me ask if my lovely wife can bring me a drink here. Natalia, do you mind if you bring me a drink real quick? I'm kind of getting thirsty here a little bit. Thanks. Yeah, she's getting it. And then we have Sherwood. Also, I thought he was pretty good. He had good energy tonight, and he had that second assist of that. So overall, I thought those three guys had a pretty nice affair. And we're going to go into detail on each player, by the way, this post-game show. So don't worry. Chase Stillman had a goal. It was actually after a rush there. And Stillman actually had a few rushes where he created penalties, which was really nice to see. And he scored on his penalty shot. So Stillman went out, scored on his penalty shot. And there was another guy, by the way, in LeBate, who we're going to be talking about at length. He was really, really good tonight. And yes, I see your guys' comments. Thanks, honey. Thank you. I don't know why you're hiding. Too harsh. Baby, you're beautiful, okay? Don't be so nervous and shy on stream. All right. So so where were we? Yeah, okay. So the second goal there was Chase Stillman. It was a penalty shot after a nice drive there, and he finished, which is nice. Nils Amon, he went up and he had himself a nice goal there as well. And it was interesting to see with Amon because he needs to have a big camp if he's going to have any shot of making this team or he's going to get waived. But the big part of it was set up from LeBate. And LeBate tonight, if you didn't know his name, you'll know his name now. He could be our kind of Sammy Blais here from Abbotsford. This guy was physical tonight. He created plays tonight. He was just real solid across the board. I thought he was real good. And excuse me. And I thought overall, very impressed with the game he had, and he scored a nice, or Amon scored, he assisted on a nice little play there. Now, Pierre-Oliver Joseph got the second assist. I didn't think he was that great tonight. I think he actually struggled quite a bit, to be completely honest. For a veteran, I don't know if he was just kind of taking it easy, but he was on the ice for quite a few goals, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to double back and check the stats, which we have right here in front of me. We'll get right there, but we'll get to that in a minute. But I do want to get to your guys' comments again because this is a very interactive stream. We are doing this all together. So let's go back to the comments here for a second. Coots is not making the team. Well, it's possible. It's not likely he makes the team, but with every passing game, and I'm pretty sure he was pretty decent on the faceoffs as well tonight. It's just he's looking good, guys. Like, legitimate. I don't know if you want to rush a rookie. I don't know if you want to rush him, but he's looking good. So I don't think it's likely he makes the team, but he's going to get himself another game, I think, for sure. I thought he was good enough to get another game. Mancini and DPD and Willander in AHL. That's from Golf Made Easy. Hey, I haven't seen you here. Nice to see you there, Golf. Thanks for leaving a comment. And everybody else, of course. Mancini had a few good hits and takeaways. Started to show rushed errors while they were 2 down and trying to catch up. Yes, he did make a few mistakes, but what I would like to say is he was trying to dictate play, right? I'm a big fan of when you go and try to dictate the play more than anything. And he had many opportunities where he was rushing up the ice, creating chances. Yes, he gives the puck away from time to time, but it's usually because he's being aggressive and he's trying to create something. I actually thought he was he was all over the ice again today. I don't have a lot of bad things to say. Like, he had a couple plays that he showed some rushed errors and he gave the puck away. But, more often than not, he was pretty dynamic. He played really well. Crazy how fast Mancini can rip with how big and how heavy he is. Can skate across the blue line as well and hold the puck in. This is from Golf Made Easy. I can't agree more, man. We talked about it already at length. I thought he really was solid. Anyone stand out tonight? Doodle. Well, the three guys who really stood out for me tonight was LeBate, it was Mancini, and it was Coots. But, honorable mentions to Sherwood and Hoglander. I thought they were pretty good. Tolopilo, by the way, in net was very good. Very, very good. Very solid. We cannot forget about him, and we will go over him as well in detail. LeBate definitely got under the skin of the Kraken today. Yeah, man, they were running him, trying to run him the rest of the night. For sure. All right, let's get to the stats here. On the top left corner there, we have The shots on goal was 25-24, which is interesting because they started off pretty slow. I think the shots were 9-2 at one point, so that was interesting. Face-offs, 50.8% for the Canucks, 49.2% for Seattle. Power play, 16.7%. They were 1 for 6. Now, what I like to say about the power play, and I don't know, it scared me. I know it's the first preseason. I don't care if they scored or not. It's irrelevant to me. What kind of scared me is they were running a real similar setup. Now, I don't know if the top line was going to run that setup, but if you notice, it was the drop back pass, right? With the 3 or 2 guys. So they have that drop pass. They move up. 3 guys move up. Then 1 drop pass to the defenseman, and they try to make a dump and chase or whatever, and they try to do that play. They did it so many times tonight, and they turned the puck over so many times at that blue line when they did it. So that was definitely interesting. I noticed that. I'm not sure. Did you guys notice that also? Let me know if you guys noticed that also. But it's not that I hate the drop pass. That's okay. You just can't do it every single time. You do it every single time, they're gonna clue in, right? They're gonna hold that line. That's exactly what they were doing. So I want to see a lot more creativity with the power play. But 1 for 6. At least they did finish on 1, so that's good. And it's the first preseason game. We're not overanalyzing this too much, hopefully. Penalty minutes, 9-27. Kraken took a bunch of penalties. Probably going after LeBate more than anything. The hits were 34-15, which was actually, I didn't think they were hitting that much, but I guess they were kind of somewhat physical. I want to know how many. I guess we'll figure that out. How many hits Sherwood had more than anything. That's kind of interesting for sure. Block shots, we had 10/17. So 10 for the Canucks and 17 for Seattle. And by the way, if there's any post-game interviews that are going to be posted here by the Canucks, I will be posting them here. I'm going to try to get them live on stream. Also, if there's any observations. For example, tonight, I did have Thomas Drance. He went out and he said, solid effort with an undermanned lineup against a far more experienced Kraken side. Some of Vancouver's young defenders and Mancini and Pettersson especially showed well. Another impression here from Dave Hall. Hey, Canucks fans are still 0-0-0-0 into the season. Here's what we'll take from it. Coots continues to impress. Something I noticed that as well. Mancini played like a round 1 of the Calder Cup playoffs. Joseph LeBate was sneakily good. And Tito Tolopilo. We kind of went over the same names, but yeah, it looks like a lot of people were pretty happy with those guys specifically tonight. Next up, giveaways. 6-10 for the Kraken, 6 for the Canucks. So we actually didn't give the puck away too much in that neutral zone, but I still feel like we weren't really crisp on it. Again, it's preseason, super early, not much there. And takeaways 4 and 4 for Seattle and the Vancouver Canucks. So that's quite interesting. All right, moving on to the forwards here. Klimovich, I don't think he was very noticeable. He had one little nice move near the end of the game, but that was about it. Baines, we already talked about him a little bit. Thought he was okay. He was a -1 tonight, which doesn't mean too much, but only 1 shot on net, 1 block, 2 hits. He was decent on that corner, though, which was actually kind of nice. Joe LeBate there. I think it was Joe, right? Joe LeBate, he had 1 assist, a real nice assist. He only played 9 minutes and 51 seconds. That's surprising to me. He played under 10 minutes, and he was that noticeable. That's what I like to see. That is really, really nice to see. He had 16 shifts, and he had 4 hits. Drew O'Connor kind of took a night off. He wasn't really doing too much. Like, he was all right. Like, again, I don't think he's taking these games too seriously. Hoglander, some people were mentioning that he was really good. I thought he was okay. He was -2, so he was on the ice for 2 goals against. But I don't know. I noticed him, but I don't think he was anything spectacular or anything like that, personally. Just give me 1 second here. Just give me 1 second. All right. Next up, what do we got here? Give me 1 sec here. All right. Next up, we have Lekkerimaki. Again, I wanted to see more. I'm not going to pretend. I'm honest, guys. Like, I didn't see enough there. He hit the post on a real good shot. He did pinch in a lot more a little bit later. I think he was getting more desperate, or maybe Seattle kind of backed off. I'm not sure. Let me ask you guys in chat, all the people that are in here, drop a comment. I want to know, first of all, who did you guys like? Second of all, what did you think about Lekkerimaki tonight? And third of all, did you guys enjoy the game overall? Just let me know what you guys think. Everybody leave a comment and let me know what you guys think. Sherwood, he had no goals, 1 assist. He was also a -2 tonight, but he did have a point there. He had 19 minutes of ice time, 24 shifts. He had 2 hits. Slacker. Sherwood's slacking off. Only 2 hits. It's preseason. You know that's gonna wrap. It's gonna double pretty much every game from now on. I'm joking, obviously. No block shots, and he had 2 shots on net. So that's actually. I thought Sherwood was all right. I think he was buzzing a little bit, but I don't know. I thought he was all right more than anything. What do we got here from Galactic Waffle Hero? I think this is the first time we've seen you, man. Welcome. How's it going, buddy? Looks good with lots of players from the AHL and only 5-3. No, like I said, it was a pretty entertaining game. Goaltending was questionable with Ty Young, and we will talk about that, but Tolopilo was great. So that was interesting. Thoughts on Lekkerimaki? Your thoughts? He was a -2. Well, he didn't play up to where we would like to have him. I just want to see him dictate the play more. It's not that he was terrible. It's just he wasn't amazing either. Like he's just kind of not floating around. Like he's working. He's just not making enough plays, and he's kind of like he's had a few years now. He should be doing a little bit better. Again, it's just one preseason game, but I want to see a little bit more from him. From Louis the Logger, if Coots makes this team, that'll be crazy. Oh, we're going to be talking about Coots in a couple of seconds, so stay tuned here. Let me get through the next few guys here. Teddy Bluger, no goals, no assists, 13 minutes. It was a Bluger night. He was fine. Didn't do anything amazing. Didn't do anything bad. Skated well. It was a classic Bluger night. Not much to say. Stillman, interesting. So he had a goal. He had 1 point there. So with the goal, right? He was +1. He had only 11 minutes of ice time, but I did notice him on multiple occasions. I noticed he created a couple of penalties on a drive. He did score a goal, which was really nice to see, and a penalty shot there. Overall, I think Stillman was pretty damn good. For a guy I wasn't even thinking about, the fact is he actually had a pretty good game, so I was really nice to see there. Philip Hedl, no goals, no assists. He was -2, 20 minutes of ice time, 23 shifts. He had 1 shot. He had 2 hits. So, first of all, he got lit up in his first shift, headshot. Not like complete headshot, but high hit. And I was, dude, man, I held my breath for a sec, but he's fine. And he played the rest of the game, and he skated well, but I don't think he created too much. Yeah, it was a Bluger night. It was a Bluger night, right? It's exactly what it was. Yeah. Like, he was all right. Like, I Am Rappy says, Hedl reminds me of Grabner, great speed, lots of pucks to the net, not enough finish. I think Grabner is even faster than Hedl. I do think maybe Hedl has better hands than Grabner, but I would like to see more finish from Hedl. Still really early. He did create a few chances, so it's not like someone like, for example, like Lekkerimaki, other than like near the end of the game. Like I thought Hedl was more dangerous than Lekkerimaki. I thought Hoglander was more dangerous than both of them, but I thought Hedl was pretty good. Like I don't think he was outstanding, but I thought he was all right. Personally, I thought he was pretty good, pretty good. And by the way, for all the new people in here, welcome. For all the new people in here, welcome. We're trying to just doing a nice, fun post-game show here for the Vancouver Canucks. I'm doing pre-games and post-game shows, which is a lot of fun. So thank you guys for joining. All right, guys, the next player, Coots. All right, let's talk about him, guys. By the way, that Grabner comment, yeah, exactly, that was really nice. Coots was great. He was really good. Now, I want to quickly look at his face-offs here. I want to see if it shows here his face-off percentage. He was 57.1 on the faceoffs tonight. 57.1 on the faceoffs. This guy was, for a rookie, he was -1, but I thought he was solid. He played 15 minutes a night tonight. He had the 1 assist. But man, you guys, I don't know if I might even make my own. I might go back. If it gets posted, the whole thing on YouTube there somewhere, I might go back and take a look at all his back checks. He had not 1, not 2, but 3 crazy back checks. Like really crazy back check. One, he gave the puck away, and then he skated all the way across and got it back. People are looking for that, man. People are looking for that. By the way, David Booth and Hito is a decent comparison. I'm not going to lie. And Booth had a couple of decent years too, to be honest. It is a decent comparison. I would say Hito has a little bit better hands though overall. So Coots was impressive. And Nils Amon, he scored, right? I don't think he was incredible or anything. He -1, 12 minutes of ice time, but he did finish. And you know what? Scoring a goal, you can never complain about a guy scoring a goal, right? Especially when we only had, or not only, we had 3 goals and they had 5. So that was our forwards. Before we get to defense, let me ask you guys, chat, everybody from the forward group, what you see there, give me a question. What did you think about the forwards? Who stood out for you? Who didn't play well? Let me know right now before we head over to the defense, all right? So while you guys do that, I'm going to just quickly retweet that I am live. And I'm going to be looking here for some interviews. And we do have an interview here with Mancini. Now, let me see. Let me see if I can get this for you guys. So I'm going to try to get this interview for you guys. All right. So just give me 1 second. Let me see if I can get this for you guys. So while you guys leave your comments, here we go. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Right here. Boom. All right. I don't know if this is going to work, so you guys can help me. Let me know if this works. I'm going to now play the Victor Mancini interview. All right. I should probably put my headset on for this. So let me do that real quick. I'm going to put my headset on for this just so I can hear you guys as well. Remember, it's preseason for me as well. It's my first time doing this live. All right. Let's rock and roll. Let's see if this works. All right. All right. So this is Victor Mancini.
The score, give us some takeaways from tonight's game.
Yeah, it's a tough loss, not the way you want to start the preseason, but overall happy with how the group just stuck with it to the end, worked hard to the very final whistle, kind of settling into the game in the first.
Sorry about that. Try again.
Yeah, it's a tough loss, not the way you want to start the preseason, but overall happy with how the group just stuck.
By the way, chat, does the audio work? Let me know.
With it to the end, worked hard to the very final whistle. Kind of settling into the game in the first preseason game. Overall, I think there's some good takeaways.
Any of the new faces stand out to you tonight?
Just on the goal, like Cootsy showed some great poise with the puck.
He liked Coots just like we did.
We're a little disorganized on the power play, so just kind of playing hockey from there on out. It was a great entry by him and Woody, and a lot of credit to them on that goal.
Any personal takeaways from tonight's game?
I think it was a good start for me in the preseason. I think I can work on my game more and kind of develop as preseason goes on. I know that the base of my game, defending hard, moving my feet, moving pucks, that's going to be the foundation. So I just want to continue playing to my strengths.
Confidence from scoring a goal in the first one for you personally?
For sure, gives you confidence. But I feel like I find just as much confidence, being solid on the defensive end and putting together a clean shift after clean shift.
You seem pretty confident with the puck and jumping up into the play as well. How much has some of the systems work you guys have done in camp sort of empowered the way that you want to play, being a little bit more aggressive yourself as well?
Yeah, I want to show my confidence with the puck. I think, getting traded and having those few months here and, learning those systems, very similar, right? Beginning to get comfortable with everything definitely adds to the confidence for sure.
So that's Victor Mancini. It's a standout tonight. He had a really, really solid game for the Canucks. And honestly, I like what I heard from him, man. I thought he went out and he actually had a pretty kind of respectful answers. He shouted out Coots there, which was really nice. And I'm just happy the audio works because now we're going to be able to get the audio of every single player and the coach on the post-game show. So we'll be having that as well. Let's get me catch up here to the comments. So Coots better not be the next David Booth. Coots was impressive to me. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets 5 to 9 games at the start of the year. I agree. I think Coots has a shot to at least get that 9 games. He looked pretty damn solid overall. His face-offs, his presence, he hit, he skated well, he back-checked. I was impressed. Hedo, better hands for sure, and shot. Yep, I agree 100%. 2 top forwards, I would say Coots and Heedle. 2 that didn't show well, Lekkerimaki and Baines. Yeah, Baines was up and down tonight. Lekkerimaki, it's not that he was terrible. It's just I wanted to see more from him. Audio is good on the interview. That is what I like to hear. So as these interviews keep getting posted, by the way, I will be playing them. So, and talking about interviews, I have now the head coach of the Vancouver Canucks. So let me get that right now. Boom. Let's get the Vancouver Canucks head coach. Let's see what Footy has to say here on the game here. So let's go. One more. Let's go. Video file. Here we go. This is the head coach.
Maybe just takeaways from tonight's game, despite the score and things you saw coming out of camp.
We saw some things, especially the second half of the game, where we kind of had to get into the game. Tolo, I liked how he played. He kept us in there early. You come in and you play against, we're a little inexperienced on the back end. They hung in there and did well. They adapted as the game went, but Tolo did a good job until our D felt a little bit more comfortable. So I'm pretty happy with that game.
Braden Coots gets an assist, and he came out of camp with a lot of high.
I like that they're going out and they're mentioning Coots again right away. And he gave some love to Tolopilo there. That was good.
Praise as well. What did you see from him tonight?
He's just smart. He's reliable. For a young kid, his hockey IQ is very high, and he's able to adapt in these games. And, I like the way he hung in there when things probably weren't going our way. He played above pucks, made good decisions with the pucks, and it's nice to see he's calm at such a young age, so there was good things from him.
Coots had a lot to say about Kiefer Sherwood and his leadership as well through training camp, and then he had the A on tonight. Why does Kiefer Sherwood make such a good leader for this group?
Well, he plays hard. He leads by example for sure. He's always giving you 100%, and we had, it was nice for him to have Coots. Nice to have Sherwood in camp, show him along the way, but also, when he's going out, Sherwood playing the way he's playing, forechecking hard, and there's less people paying attention to Coots. So, they've done well together, and we'll see what happens.
What did you think of Mancini tonight? Looked confident carrying the puck at times, scores a goal as well.
Yeah, he's powerful. He came in camp in really good shape, and you saw the power. And
by the way, that's the first time I heard anybody talk about Mancini's fitness so far in camp. So that's interesting.
He got excited once the 1 goal came, and then sometimes I wouldn't say do too much, but I like the way he had the juices going.
Yeah, he mentioned the same thing. One of the posters here earlier said that he made a couple of mistakes when he tried to do too much. I think that's okay, though.
On the energy, but a lot of good things, but we'll have to calm some of it down in the neutral zone. But the beauty is he's just got the power, and he's pushing hard.
How about Elias Pettersson, the defenseman as well? Obviously showed well for you at the NHL level last year, trying to build off of that, and he looked pretty confident at times too.
Yeah, again, when you have your first preseason game with so many different players and young guys, it's hard for them to feel rhythm with a player, especially defensemen. You get moved around and things like that. So, all of them are in an unfamiliar territory, playing against more of a veteran team. So they did well.
All right, so that's the coach here. Footy went out. He basically gave praise to most of the guys that we talked about. Interesting enough there at the end when he was talking about, what's his face? DPD, he was talking about his partners and how he doesn't have a lot of familiarity. No one asked him about Willander, which I thought was kind of interesting, unless I missed that. But that's actually quite interesting. So there's the post-game comments there from the head coach. If there's anything else, I'll get it and post it here for you guys. All right, next up, defense. Tom Willander, he had no goals, no assists, no points, 20 minutes of ice time. 1 block shot, 1 hit. I will say this about Willander. He struggled in the first 2 periods quite a bit once again, and this is a pattern now with training camp, but he came on and he played really well in the 3rd period. This is what he's doing. Like almost every time I watch him play, he struggles right off the bat, and he gets better as the game goes on, and then he has a really good finish. I think he's going to need a little bit more time in the AHL personally with Willander. I do like his skating and his passing ability, but I just think he just needs refinement more than anything. Could Coots be the next Kessler? Oh, we can wish, eh? He's a leader guy too. Pierre-Olivier Joseph, 1 assist tonight, 1 point, obviously the 1 point. To -2, 17 minutes of time on ice. I think he struggled tonight. I don't think he was that great, to be completely honest. I don't know. I think he was kind of taking it easy. I'm not sure, but I don't think he was great tonight. I know he can play better. I've seen how he plays in the NHL. Usually a pretty consistent guy, but tonight he just didn't have it for whatever reason. Pettersson, DPD there, 21 minutes, a lot of minutes there. He had 26 shifts, 2 shots, 2 block shots, 1 hit. I want to see that a little bit higher. And overall, I thought DPD was solid. I thought he had 1 really nice hit near the end of the game as well. But overall, I thought he was solid. He played a ton of minutes. Didn't see too many mistakes by him specifically. I think it was more Tom Willander kind of, throwing it up the middle a couple of times. But DPD was solid. I have no doubt in my mind he's going to be on this team. He's going to be starting as our left or right-handed 3rd pairing defenseman. I have no doubt in my mind. Minio, pretty quiet tonight. I expected a little bit more from him. Maybe I shouldn't have. He was -2, 14 minutes. I thought he was okay. A couple of breakdowns near the end, or I think it was a 2nd period, if I'm not mistaken. I think there was a couple breakdowns in a 2nd period where he kind of gave the puck along the boards straight to a Seattle guy. Like kind of no look, kind of threw it up. Wasn't a big fan of that. But I want to see him for at least 1 more game. I want to see just a little bit more from him. Schultz, I'll be honest, I didn't notice him too much. He was -3, so apparently he got lit up. So, I don't really take my plus/minus too hard, but when it's -3, it does stand out a little bit. He did have 17 minutes of ice time, 26 shifts, which is actually higher than I thought he was going to have. He had the 1 shot, 2 blocks, 4 hits. He had 4 hits, so he was physical out there, which is nice. And then with Victor Mancini, we've already talked about him at length. So Mancini was very good tonight. But yes, he did have a few plays there that he was overextended a little bit. But again, I don't mind that aggression, especially early in preseason. Don't mind it at all. Let's get to the comments here. Could Coots be the next Kessler? I hope. Hits good. Defensively and offensive potential. What do you think? For who? Which player? For DPD? He does have. DPD has offensive potential. He has an absolute rocket of a shot. And tonight he had a couple of clean looks. He had a couple shots on net. I think he almost hit the post on 1. It just went a little bit wide. Overall, I thought Pettersson, he looked pretty good. He does have potential everywhere. I'm a big fan of DPD, man. I think Junior is going to be good. I'm not too worried about him whatsoever. As for Talapilo there, he was the best goaltender out of every goaltender that played tonight. He had 13 saves. I'm stuttering. 13 saves. He was a, 929 save percentage. He had around half the game. He made an absolutely killer breakaway save right before he got taken off there, and then Ty Young was in. But no, he was solid. No issues there. Held the fort early on when we were getting peppered with shots. I thought Tolopilo played a really solid game. Overall, I really enjoyed him. And then Ty Young, unfortunately, Ty Young was not good tonight. He got frustrated after that second backhanded goal there on the power play there for Seattle. He did look a little bit shaken. I will say, though, in the 3rd period, he did look much better. He settled down, but he struggled, and I think he would be the first person to say that he struggled. So now the defense didn't really help him out on a couple of those plays, but still, I don't think he was really dynamic or he was that great to be honest. On the 10 shots there, he had six saves on the 10 shots there. So he had a .600. So that's not good. So overall, that's what we had with the Vancouver Canucks tonight. What did you guys think? What did you guys think about the game overall? Did you guys enjoy the game? Who stood up for you? I'm really curious. Tolopilo made losing Artie a little bit easier to cope with tonight. Yeah, Artie Party is in Pittsburgh, and it's going to be interesting to see how Artie does. Sad to see him go, but that's the way he usually goes with things. But guys, final thoughts on the game. What did you guys think on the game? Final thoughts. And for all the people that joined us, I really appreciate it. This is so new for us. This is our first ever post-game show when it comes to the Canucks, and I hope you guys enjoyed it overall. I've had a good time doing it. We did a pregame show as well. There was a ton of people for that as well, and it was great. So if you guys want to continue supporting the channel, leave a sub. I'd really appreciate it. We're trying to get to 500. Drop a like on this video. It really does help out a ton. It really, really, truly does. And look out for my videos. I post them quite regularly, all right? So I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you guys next pre-show on the next game there. And also any other videos that drop, hit the notification. I'm going to be going and posting quite a bit there in the next couple days. At least one video in the next couple days for sure. All right. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks, guys. Take care.